Alright, what is going on YouTube? Me, Chris. Today, I will be doing an honest skateboard, an electric longboard, and regular longboard review. So I'm going to start off. Longboarding really just appeared to me one day. It was a hot summer day. I'm bored out of my mind. Like, I have stuff to do, like, I always play jam guitar and stuff, but I played guitar, I worked out that day, I watched my shows, just had the day off, and like, I felt like I already did all the fun things I usually do, and I wanted to do something different, and it just hit me, kind of like how we have fingers, 10 fingers, 2 hands. Longboards exist. It just hit me. And it's like, I never knew they existed, but I knew they existed. And it just felt so interesting having that experience. Like, wow, I have hands right now. Wow, longboards exist right now. And I'm like, wait, why don't I have a longboard? So I went straight to the store, and I went out to the store and I got this longboard right there. I got that one right there. Went straight to the store, walked in, like, yes, I want this longboard, please. Bought the longboard, walked out of the store, longboard down the alleys, and I was happy as happy can be. Got in the car, GPS the nearest bike trail, went up to the bike trail and started longboard. Now I was having some good times, went down, bombed the hill perfectly, and I'm like, this sport is made for me. Now I'm going up this big hill, and this guy, he's just like, wow, he must have really strong legs, I'm thinking, because he's cruising up the hill. But it doesn't look like he's really doing nothing. I'm like, what is he having, like, the most amazing bearings in the world? I can't figure it out. And his wheels just sounded so cool. Like, they made this noise like a NASA astronaut spaceship would make. The astronauts go to outer space. Like, it was just like, oh, listen to that. He just cruised past me. He had orange wheels, and I don't even have any boards that have orange wheels. It's all good. I decided to go for other colors and whatnot. So I still didn't know how he did that. I was just thinking about it for hours. I'm like, how did he do that? And I'm like, maybe there's like an electric motor on the wheels or something. I don't know. I was talking to my friend. He's like, I think they have that. Or acquaintance or co-worker. I don't even know who I was talking to. It was just so long ago. This is out in 2019. I'm like, huh. So I searched like longboard something on the internet, like either electric or motorized or whatever I searched it. And I found 5 best electric skateboards that you can buy in 2019. One was like Evolve, which was super expensive. Then Boosted, super expensive. And then there was like two other ones that were like really cheap. They didn't seem like they had the speed I wanted. And then Meepo. I found out what Meepo was, and Meepo really inspired me. And before we get to Meepo, I did buy another Sector 9 because that one was so amazing. I got this one right here, which is great. I cruise on this all the time. And this is my dry board. That's my wet board. I don't even want to touch that one right now because I ride it out in the rain. And this one's nice and clean. So I got this one, and this one's really fun. And I cruised on this one a while before the Meepo came. This one was a pretty good board too. So I got a wet and a dry. And so I ordered Meepo off of meepoboard.com. I found the NLS Pro advertised for 32 miles per hour. And this video is my honest electric longboard review. Longboard we just went over with. And I went over the Meepo board, and I bought this board right here. Close up to the camera so you can see it. Meepo. And this board I bought in early September, about maybe September the 14th, and it came probably like a week out in October or something. So it was about like, I think it was about 28 or 30 days I got it. And this came out and I was psyched. I had no clue how to use this when I got here. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to turn it on and everything. And I'm clicking this button right here. And that's another thing with Meepo. They give you a bunch of cool stickers and stuff. And I popped all these stickers on the board, which is really awesome. And thank you, Meepo, for the stickers because they're fun. And I'm clicking this button. I'm like, oh, you turn it on clicking this? But then I found out you can just spin the wheel. One of them does it. And then that turns on. So just spin the wheel and it turns on. It's totally fine for the battery. And that will start the board up. And they give you a really, really cool remote with the board. And I need to do this skateboard review, you guys. Because one thing that I've watched so many videos, and all the videos I've seen, they are awesome. They are amazing videos. They don't mention some key things that I think they should be a little more mentioning of. And I'm going to go over that right now with you guys because there's some very, very key pointers they should mention. One of them, safety-wise, is Meepo Board. The trucks are pretty loose. The first time I'm riding this, I'm on the path and the cement on smooth pavement. And I'm like, yeah, okay, we're going to go fast. And I start going fast, and the board's like, it is wobbling. It looks sketchy. And then I try, I'm like, maybe I'm just not centered right on the board. So I try it again, and like, people are like, there's people around, you know, and cars and stuff. And I'm like, I'm wobbling. Man. And it says like to tighten your trucks when you get the board, but like it doesn't say like you must try to tighten the trucks or you're gonna get speed wobbles. Like I just assumed like, oh, that's just in case, like if you want to, like, you know. So I didn't know that. That's one thing I would be a little more critical of. And if you know, if I made the website and stuff, which you guys are amazing, just one thing I would mention, but it's all good. You know, I don't really care. I didn't fall off. Lucky me. You know, though, not everyone could have been as agile as me. So that's the thing I want to mention. Tighten your trucks. They give you an amazing skate tool, and you can tighten your trucks like that. Give it like a full turn, a full clock or a full clock and a half. That should be plenty, depending on your weight, obviously. The board is absolutely amazing. The skate tool truck's really cool. They'll give you it. I don't feel like looking for it right now. I have like 3 or 4 that are around the house. Yeah, you get motors in the back. You get wheels in the front. And this is the grip tape. I peeled off the black grip tape because I wanted a picture of outer space and the stars and a mountain and water or whatever that is. Or a mountain. Maybe it's a mountain. I just really like that picture. And here's another critical thing. So, speed. We're going to go over speed because Meepo had me all like, I wanted the board to go 32 miles per hour. I wanted it to go 32 miles per hour. Maybe I am going to go 32. Maybe I'm not going to go 32. I don't know. So when I bought the board, it was advertised for 32 miles per hour. And I was psyched. I was so psyched. 32 miles per hour, that just sounds so rad to me. So I'm bored, and I was like, I'm going to look at that board again when I'm waiting for it. So I just go on the website just to peep it real quick. I'm like, well, this baby is coming soon. And I go on the website, and I'm like, yo, board's advertised for 29 miles per hour now. I'm like, oh, what? So I still want the board because I think it's really cool to have some board that can go fast. Let me get the controller. I still get the board. So I'm a little like, dang, man. I thought I was going to go. I'm like, maybe I am going to go 30. I'm going to stay optimistic. So I'm like, maybe I am going to go 32. Maybe I bought the last one that went 32 and Meepo Carrion changed the boards out to 29 because he thought it was too fast. That's what I was thinking. I got the last one. And I got made in China, order number 877. So that's the 877th of this board, which is really cool. So I get the board, and I need to go over this controller. It's the MR controller. Really good controller. I learned a bunch about this controller too. Turn it on, and you really can't see much. It's a laptop. So this board, I got it, and the controller is awesome. I found a lot about it. If you click the power button twice, it changes you to reverse, and if you click it again twice, it's back to forward, which is really cool. You get 4 brake modes, so if you hold down the brake and you click the right button where it says reverse, which isn't reverse, doesn't have the right labels, click that, it'll change you to low, middle, high, and pro braking. I like pro braking because I like to be able to stop fast, just in case. Low braking was not for me. And the best part about this board and controller is it's awesome. All of it's awesome. There's no bad. All of it's the best. So I'll tell you something that's really cool about this board as well is if you go and accelerate with the board and then you hold down the just click the power button really quick while you're up to that speed and then let go of the throttle, you get cruise control, which is really, really rad. And I don't even think they mention any of that on the box or anything. So you can get cruise control. And the board, if you stay on middle mode the whole time and go like 14 miles per hour on a paved path, I've gotten with the battery 21 or 22 miles just in middle mode, which is amazing. If you're banging out pro mode though and you're hitting 32 miles per hour, which I'm going to go into again, the board does go up to 32 miles per hour, which I was so psyched that I got a board that went 32. I get 32, no wind, possibly 33 miles per hour, which is great. Going down hills 34, 35, and 36 miles per hour, I think. Unless, I don't know, I think I got that fast. I don't know, but I know I've gotten 32 on flat surface tons of times with my speedometer. It always reads 32. I maxed out one time 33 because it was like no wind. And the board's definitely worth the money if you're just looking for something to do. And summer comes up, you know, it's hot all the time. It's good to get a breeze on. This is just great for a hot day. It definitely is worth the investment. But we're gonna go back into the controller real quick. The controller is registered in kilometers, and when I go 32 miles per hour, it usually says 45 or 46 kilometers. 45 and 46 kilometers, about 29, 28, I think 29 miles per hour. And I legitimately believed for a few months that I actually had a board that only went up to 29 miles per hour because of this remote. I legitimately believed that, and I told people that for a few months. The controller does not tell you the correct speed. I thought that was the correct speed, and I was on an airplane, and I wanted to see how fast we went, and I got a speedometer, a 69 speedometer. That's the number, 69. And I got that speedometer, and I got 633 miles per hour on the airplane, which is totally irrelevant. I just think it's kind of cool, and I wanted to tell you the story of how I got the 69 speedometer. Anyhow, I wanted to see if the speedometer was accurate because I was like, wow, I went 633 miles per hour in midair. That's pretty rad. So now I got them on land. So I'm like, I'm definitely checking this baby out. So I put it in my hands-free device in my car, and I went cruising in my car, and I went 65 in a 65 zone on the highway, and the speedometer, 69 speedometer read exactly 65 miles per hour and 65. Went down to 55, 55. So the speedometer, I checked it in multiple roads, 30 and 35, 40 zones. So I'm like, all right, this speedometer is accurate. And, I was like, you know what? The kilometers is all like I had to calculate in my head, like 15 or 16 kilometers is 10 miles per hour or whatnot. Like I always had to do the equations in my head because I'm just registered with miles per hour throughout my lifetime. That's how I work because, that's what we use in America. So I wanted to just use the phone thing. And I'm hitting 32 miles per hour on that speedometer. And I'm like, wow. The board does go 32, though it took me a long time to figure that out. I didn't figure that out till like March. And I got the board in October. This whole time I thought I was going 29 miles per hour. And I found out in March, no, I'm going like 32 miles per hour in flats. On like down a hill, dude, I've hit like, all y'all ladies and gentlemen, I've hit 34 down hills and stuff. One time it was 36. I was going on this crazy steep hill. The board's 32 on flat surface, 33 if you're lucky and you get no wind. End of story. Now, that board that I got is great. So, I like this board so much that I saved all my money up and I got another Meepo board. And the Meepo board, I'm reading Reddit, they've upgraded this Meepo board with an ESC 6.0. This ESC is a 5.0 right here. So, I go on Meepo. I ordered an NSL Pro on March 13th, and I get the board on March 23rd. 10 days. 10 days. And I was psyched. I was so psyched. So this board came, and this board, yeah. I don't know because I haven't like rode this board or not, whatnot. I only rode it once so far. It felt great. And it's a great board. I did get a sticker package with the board. The sticker package is somewhere in the house. And you saw I put the stickers on the other board. So I left this board blank. Just because, and this board's awesome. It shows my charging port and everything. I left the orange in there, and this board's actually taller side by side. The camera resolution's not the greatest on a laptop. I have a camera, but I have to put stuff over and then erase the camera to have more, and I just gotta get time for that. I'm just balling out right now. So this board's taller. You get these little orange things on the trucks right here, which, come to think about it, yeah, you can put the shred lights. I have shred lights too. You just get a skate tool and you take these nuts off and these nuts off, and then you put them out here and mount here, put the nuts back on, and then you flop them in, slide them in. Yeah, you slide them in. Slide them, not slop. Dogs slop all over the place. Blah, 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 blah. That's why I don't even have a dog. I love dogs though. It's just, I work and stuff, and I let the dogs be the good people of the world that have time for that. I'm a great person as well. I just, I don't have time for it. So my greatness in this world is something different. Just sending the good vibes out to the universe and positive energy. So anyhow, you slide the shred lights back on. You slide them back on, which is really cool. I have the shred lights, I just don't have them on the board right now. But this board is absolutely amazing. It's advertised for 29, but it does go 39 first run. I have my speedometer on 32 miles per hour right off the get-go. And then the amazing thing about this board is when you brake lights turn on, which is really, really, really cool. And I went for like 8 miles on this board, and I had no idea that I had brake lights. And I'm like looking down on the ground and like going like, oh, really slow. Like I'm like, whoa, and then I see the lights. I'm like, yeah, this board got brake lights. I was so psyched. I didn't even know what to think. Like the whole time I'm riding, people probably seen them, but I had no idea till like 7 miles into my journey, and I was ecstatic. I was balling out, man. I was like, yeah, Chris G, the man. I'm having a good time, and this board got the brake lights on it, and yeah. And by the way, if you guys wonder, I got my PJs on. It was raining outside. I got soaked, and yeah. And that's another thing we're gonna go over. Boom, bada bang, bada ling, lang, lang, lang. So, don't ride the boards in wet pavement. Just because you got a battery case here and it's all tightened up with bolts, water will get sucked into your battery and it will possibly, it'll mess your board up. If you do ride in a wet pavement by accident, like imagine if you're riding, it starts raining, go home as fast as you can. Don't get this wet. Don't get this wet. It'll mess up the battery case. It can get into the battery and it can ruin your board. And it's not very good for these motors. These motors touch. Oh yeah, that one goes too. These motors touch the water if you're riding on a wet pavement and use electricity in here. You don't want that happening. So you guys do not ride on electric wet pavement, okay? Because it's like, they'll like electrocute you basically, except you don't get electrocuted, your board's getting all fried out. So don't do that. Don't do that, alright? Stay groovy and don't ride on the wet pavement. That's all I can ask for y'all. I am gonna about to wrap this show up now, though. I think that's most of the main features. Speed, controller doesn't show accurate speed, which is all good. Use a 69 speedometer. 69 speedometer works wonders. Don't ride on wet pavement. Always make sure you're looking and watching where you're going. These boards go fast, have incredible speeds, and be very careful. Tighten your trucks. Those are some of the main features we just went over today. Great board. And then one other thing is, I got the 1UP board off of 1up.com, which is electric as well. And that light's actually on the side. And this is a bamboo deck. And all these decks are made out of bamboo, you guys, which it's great. Be careful of bumps and potholes, because I was riding this really fast. I hit a really big pothole and the board just stopped and I went flying off and I landed on both of my front feet. I didn't wipe out or anything. I was like, whoo, and flew across there and landed on my feet like I was like jumping across like a cliff or something. And the board got a big crack right there. I mean, I'll pull it and stuff, and I made sure it's not going to expand or anything. I am going to put wood glue in here eventually, but I wrote it numerous times after. The board's fine. Just don't hit any cracks too hard, because these boards are made of wood and it could affect the board if you hit it too hard. I got lucky. Doesn't mean you will. So just make sure you ride mostly on smooth pavement on these. Obviously you can get boards with all-terrain wheels, which is a different story. I think carbon fiber decks would have a little better duration, slamming and stuff, even though I wouldn't do that unless I had the all-terrain wheels. So my french fries are all cooked now and ready to go. Y'all, I really appreciate y'all's support. If you do check the video out, leave a comment below and subscribe. I will be making more videos in the future. I'm doing a DIY build, do-it-yourself project right now, and that is another topic. Y'all be safe out there. Stay groovy. Good vibes, y'all. Peace.